Hello and welcome to another podcast welcome to my video. For those of you who've not been here before, right now I'm in this series. I am going through the 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews. It's a fantastic book. I love it. I read the one prior to this as well. So just want to kind of encourage you to actually get the book because there's lots in here that I'm not going through. But one of the things that I love about this is there are just some decisions that we make to actually really become, I suppose, powerful in our lives. So we're talking about taking responsibility, and the book stops here. The last video I actually spoke about, being a person of action. And again, that we know it's not how much we know, it's actually how much we do that's important. But this one is one of my favorite ones because without this, I don't think anything else actually happens. And it is, I have a decided heart, the certain decision. So let's have a little listen to what Andy actually has to say about this. Truth is truth. If 1,000 people believe something is foolish, it is still foolish. Truth is never dependent upon consensus of opinion. I have found that it is better to be alone and acting upon truth in my heart than to follow a gaggle of silly geese doomed to mediocrity. Well, there's a great start for you. So I suppose it is about standing in your truth, really being really clear about what it is that you know. That's not about kind of acting without wisdom. If you feel that you need to be able to go to mentors or coaches or people that you trust to be able to get advice, etc., that's true. But once you know what it is that you're going to do, make a decision and move forward. The certain decision for personal success is what fuels your actions from the active decision, which is what we talked about last time. The clarity of vision you maintain in your mind is directly proportional to the effectiveness of your actions. So we all know times when we've absolutely been really certain towards a goal or towards an action, and it helps us move in action towards, because there's a certainty there. I often say to our team, people will follow certainty. Okay, they will follow certainty. So it's really important as a leader to make sure that you are certain in your actions as well. A decided heart is unwavering in the face of continual challenge and setbacks, and that ensures victory and a lifetime of greater fulfillment. So it's about moving forward. So I have a decided heart. Let's read about that kind of what is it we're going to proclaim, I suppose, this time. A wise man once said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Knowing this to be true, I am taking my first step today. For too long, my feet have been tentative, shuffling left and right, and more backward than forward as my heart gauged the direction of the wind. Criticism, condemnation, and complaint are creatures of the wind. They come and go on the wasted breath of lesser beings and have no power over me. The power to control directions belongs to me. Today, I will begin to exercise that power. A question for you. When in your life have you had a goal or something that you've been quite certain about and you've allowed other people to waver you? Okay. And it could be the naysayers. It could be, I'm not talking about the voices of reason or the voices of wisdom, but the naysayers, the one who want to put you down. I know oftentimes in our direct selling careers, we can find that because people don't always understand what it is that we are doing. It's not maybe the norm. It's out of the regular, say, job or whatever that might be going on. Not that anything is wrong, but it's just so when people misunderstand, oftentimes they will criticize and put down. So I want you to think about times when you've allowed yourself to be swayed off track because of other people deciding it was their fear really about what you were doing. So today, if you've got some goals in your mind, and of course, it's really important to constantly be looking at how do you want to improve? What is that goal that you might? It's not about striving, but it's about having something that we are moving towards, to be growing towards. What is that for you? And decide today that you've got a decided heart about that you are going to be moving forward in that correct direction, no matter what is going to come, no matter what winds try to move you off course. Okay, so let's have a little more of a read. My course has been charted. My destiny is assured. I have a decided heart and I am passionate about my vision for the future. I will awaken every morning with an excitement about the new day and its opportunity for growth and change. My thoughts and actions will work in forward motion, never sliding into the dark forest of doubt or the muddy quicksand of self-pity. I will freely give my vision for the future to others, and as they see the belief in my eyes, they will follow me. How many times have we dropped below the line into blame, shame, and justify? I know I have. I know that I have. But the most important thing is about recognizing and getting back above the line into responsibility and acknowledging that you have a decided heart. I will lay my head on my pillow at night, happily exhausted, knowing that I have done everything within my power to move the mountains in my path. As I sleep the same dream that dominates my waking hours, that same one will be with me in the dark. Yes, I have a dream. It is a great dream, and I will never apologize for it. Neither will I never, ever let it go. If I did, my life would be finished. My hopes, my passions, my visions for the future, my very existence. A person without a dream never had a dream come true. I have a decided heart. I will not wait. And he's really passionate in there about having that decided heart, having that dream, having something to be working towards. And I really believe that it's actually about our purpose in life. We work towards our dreams till we truly find what our purpose is. Why have we been put on this planet? And I think the journey in continually looking for that, and then when we're finding it, developing it and fulfilling it, I think is so, so important. And having a decided heart around that is really important. I have a decided heart. I will not wait. I know that the purpose of analysis is to come to a conclusion. I have tested the angles. I have measured the probabilities. And now I have made a decision with my heart. I am not timid. I will move now and not look back. What I put off until tomorrow, I will put off until the next day as well. I do not procrastinate. Sidebar, how many of us do that? I know myself. There are times when if I do not move in action with a decided heart onto something, it's so easy to procrastinate. It's so easy to put off. But when we put off tomorrow, we can put off to the next day and to the next day and to the next day. How many of us decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to start that fitness regime on Monday and it's Thursday, or I'm going to start that diet on Monday and it's Thursday. If you've got a decided heart to do it, start it now. Do it today. Get out and go for that walk today. You know, choose to eat healthier today. What is it that you've got on your heart? If you are building a business, make that first phone call today. Do that follow-up today, okay? Rather than putting off, because the more often we put it off, the more likely it is not to happen. All my problems become smaller when I confront them. If I touch a thistle with caution, it will prick me, but if I grab it boldly, its spines crumble into dust. I will not wait. I am passionate about my vision for the future. My course has been charted. My destiny is assured. I have a decided heart. And Andy goes into so much detail in each one of these decisions in this chapter. And that's why I would really encourage you to get the book. It really, really is a very, very cool book. It's called The 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews. I'm really going to encourage you to get that. So let's kind of dig into that just a little bit deeper from my perspective. For me, it is about having that decided, having made that decision of what it is that I'm moving towards. Now, it could be a project. It could be a particular goal. It could be, and it can be as simple as, I remember my very first goal in my business, my direct sales business, was about buying a fridge freezer. And I was just really, really on purpose with that. I did my events. I followed up my customers. I built my team. I had my cash and I went down and bought it. And there was such a pride in the fact of buying this side-by-side fridge freezer. It doesn't sound that cool now, but believe you me, this was about 27, 28 years ago. It was very cool at the time because, you know, the other thing that happened there was I made the goal, I did the research, I knew what it was I needed, and then I moved in action with a very decided heart. I was going to make that happen. But the beautiful thing about that, because I made that happen, every time I looked at that fridge freezer, it reminded me of what I could do if I decided something and I went after it in action. What would that be for you? It doesn't have to be huge. Oftentimes we talk about it, you know, you need to know your why and your big goals and all the rest, but we've got to start somewhere. So I would encourage you, if you've not really consciously decided what is the next goal that you want to achieve, whether it's something physical, whether it's, you know, tangible that you could actually touch it, like a fridge freezer, like a new television, like a new car, like what is it that, or it could be something that you want to do from a contribution perspective. Maybe there's an organization that you would really like to be able to donate a certain amount of money to or time to, because again, all of that is important and all of that costs in some way, shape or form. What would that be for you and how might you move in action towards it? Get a piece of paper, write it down, commit to it, then do the research that you need to do. It could be, for example, if you're in a direct sales business, if you're one of our beautiful Juice Plus family, well, it could be that you've got the goal, you do the research, you realize how much money that's actually going to take, okay, to be able to do that. And then you reverse engineer that. How many products do you need to sell to make that happen? Or what does your monthly paycheck need to be to make that happen? And then what do you need to do to make that monthly commission check actually a reality? Everything is about knowing what it is you're going after, first of all, and then reverse engineering it so that you can move in action because you've got to decide at heart and you're going to take responsibility. Till next time, have a beautiful day. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless.